that working? Alright. Right, just gonna give a quick rundown of the Cold Steel Katana Machete. This one's for you, Unit 7731, so it's just gonna be a real quick one. So here it is. You see, it's nice two-handed, and it's got a really long handle. So it's kind of similar to the Chinese Oniyuri. You know, you got choke up grip, the regular two-handed katana grip, choke down, one-handed, really low, one-handed really high, etc. Overall, heck, I mean, like, the handle's almost about the size of the blade itself, and the blade's pretty wide. It's got decent thickness, I suppose. And as you can see, it's really been used. It has a baked on black finish, and I think that would be the same for the Gladius machete as well. Gladius, but I don't know. But you can see you got the steep secondary bevel, and you're bound to see that as well on the Gladius machete. But you know, just with a couple of strikes from the AccuSharp brings up to a really nice edge. Yeah, I'd say it's flesh cutting sharp. And even so, with tons of strokes, I'd say the Kisaki, if you could even call it that, is still it's not sharp enough for like paper cutting purposes, but it's more than enough for a functional machete. It's extremely lightweight, you know. I could do one-handed swinging all day long. But got a nice little lanyard hold right here, so if you want to wrap it up in paracord and use kind of like a Kashira, you know how in the Kashira the Ito goes through a little hole at the top of it, I guess, and anyway, you dot it there. So you can just do that with this, and because, you know, this is a black Zytel grip, and so after a lot of use, I suppose it tends to get kind of slippery. Or like if you're using a lot of sweat, or perhaps if it's raining or whatnot. Sorry about that volume increase. I was just checking to see if it was filming this right. I've had this for over a year now. I put it through a lot of hard use. It's chopped down a tree. I used it in conjunction with what? Hold on. But so I basically used these two machetes, and I was able to bring down a tree that was about a foot in diameter. So I say that's pretty. I say that's pretty good. So yeah, obviously with two hands you get a lot more power into the swing, you get a lot more reach. Personally, I would recommend it over the Gladius machete, because, you know, I mean, this one's only $24.99, right? I don't know how much the Gladius machete is, but I'm assuming it's about the same price range. So for the same price, you get with a Katana machete, you get more blade, more handle, etc. I think the only thing you don't get, is a sheath. But really, you know, unless you plan to be carrying this around all the time, there's not much use for a sheath. I just stick this with a piece of I just stick the tip in a piece of styrofoam, and I shove it in a cotton sword bag, and that's it. So it all works out to be really fine. It's a very nice chopper. Just, you know, of course, make sure to oil it after each use and all that. It's made out of 1055 carbon steel, and yeah, even after all the use, it still hasn't taken a set yet. So it's extremely durable. Honestly, I don't know why they called it Katana machete. It bears quite literally no resemblance to a katana whatsoever. The only thing that you have slightly close to a katana is like the Kuri Hazakuri Kisaki, and you know, that's about it. But even so, they probably designed it with the Western Tonto design in mind. But aside from that, I would definitely give this sword like 5 stars, man. 5 stars out of 5. This thing is fantastic. It's durable, it's lightweight, it's a strong chopper. It keeps a very good edge. I haven't had to sharpen it since I initially sharpened it back in America. And it cuts through things like, it cuts through woodies when, you know, it's not something you would split firewood with, you know, but I'd say well, I could probably demolish my wardrobe with this, but I mean, in general, yeah, it's meant for light cutting. Maybe thicker branches, and maybe even some, you know, yeah, milk jugs for fun. Take on heavy branches, brush, and yeah, maybe medium-sized wood. But nothing like, there's nothing you would use lots of heavy wood on, like, you know, kind of stuff you use the axe for. So after all, it's just a machete. So, but overall, I would probably recommend this over the Gladius machete. So I hope that helped.